Greetings and salutations, Renee Box Young. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, showing your love, commenting in the comment sections, tuning into lives, everything, subscribers since day one. Thank you so much for all your support. You know what I mean? Recent subscribers, welcome to Renee Box Young. This is a platform, where we discuss, we critique, we talk about the sport of boxing, analyze it, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody to Renee Box Young. I want to talk about Oscar Valdez just a little bit. I want to emphasize something I've been, thinking about, this fighter, and obviously he's going to fight Miguel Berchelt around, I don't remember the date, man, February, I think towards the end of February. I want to emphasize something about Oscar Valdez. He has a lot of heart, This kid fights, this guy, man. As we appreciate, certain characteristics and techniques and fighting styles, I want to appreciate Oscar Valdez. I've had my eye on him for a while. I really like this fighter. He has a lot of heart when he fights. He knows how to put up with pain. I mean, he knows how to deal with and fight fight against high volume punchers. If you go back to watch Miguel Mariaga, he fought Miguel Mariaga. It was a WBO title defense, if I'm not mistaken. Oscar's defense of that belt. Mariaga, man, this guy was just nonstop throwing punches, and that's the thing. These lower divisions, man, Chocolatito, the division he's in, Estrada, obviously not the same division of Oscar Valdez, but around 130, 135s, high volume punchers, man. And Mariaga, man, the way he was fighting against Oscar Valdez, pressuring him so much, man, so much pressure. And Oscar Valdez was fighting back, landing hard shots, man. And this Miguel guy, I don't know how he continued, man. I don't know how he lasted the 12 rounds. This guy was a non-stop machine. It kind of reminds me of how Miguel Berchelt fights, man. Kind of reminds me of him. Coincidentally, they're both Miguel, right? Miguel Mariaga and Miguel Berchelt. Oscar Valdez, he's been through wars. He's tried, tested, and true. When you go back and watch Scott Quigg, when he fought Scott Quigg, if I remember his name correctly, Oscar Valdez, man, Scott Quigg broke his jaw. I don't know if people are really talking about this, or that's why I say I want to take time out to appreciate Oscar Valdez. He is a strong fighter. He comes in to fight. He fights with all his guts, man. I mean, you fighting with all your heart and fighting with all his guts. I mean, that's what this guy does. Those high volume punchers, man, that fight sticks out to me in particular. Miguel Mariaga, he was coming in to take that belt from that strap from Oscar, and Miguel was fighting with all his guts too, man. I mean, this guy was just nonstop punching, punching, punching. I remember around towards the end of the fight, I think it was around round 9 or 10, where Oscar Valdez threw just like a left hook, man, out of nowhere. Boom, it knocked down Miguel Mariaga, knocked him down, man. That guy got up and they kept going at it, man, while Oscar was just landing tough shots throughout the whole fight, generally speaking. Why do I say this? Is because Oscar, man, he's been tested in wars. Again, I reiterate, go back to the Scott Quigg fight when he fought Scott Quigg. His jaw was broken, man. I mean, it broke his jaw. And they kept going. Oscar kept going. Reminds me of Deontay Wilder, man, when he fought Chris Arreola. I've mentioned it sometimes in other live sessions or what have you. Wilder, man, he was fighting Chris Arreola with a broken right hand. I mean, that thing exploded like a balloon. I think it was his right hand. It exploded like a balloon because it was broken. If I remember correctly, yeah, Wilder knocked him out, but he was fighting with a broken hand. Oscar Valdez was fighting with the broken jaw. I don't remember which round it was broken, but this kid, man, he kept fighting. He has heart, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a great fight. Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt. Be ready because this is going to be a definitely great fight. Obviously, Miguel Berchelt is a high volume puncher. When you go back, when I just highlight once more when Oscar fought Miguel Mariaga, it reminds me when he knocked down Miguel Mariaga, it reminds me of what Juan Manuel Marquez fought Pacquiao for the last time. Pacquiao was getting confident. Pacquiao, he started getting his rhythm. When he started getting confident and just landing on Juan Manuel Marquez, thankfully Manny Pacquiao came out of that alive, man. I'm really, really thankful for that because I'm saying this because Pac-Man, he was getting confident, overconfident, just taking out Manuel Marquez with so many punches and combos. And out of nowhere, man, Juan Manuel Marquez was waiting for the right time, calculated a beautiful punch, and took Manny Pacquiao out. You already know it. I say this because that's it. Kind of resonates what Oscar Valdez did to Miguel Mariaga. Miguel Mariaga was just high volume punches, going off, keeping him, opening himself up upstairs. And Oscar Valdez just boom with the, I think it was a left hook, just landed nicely, flush. Wobbled Miguel, went down. It wasn't a KO win. Oscar Valdez, they went to 12 rounds and Oscar won, but I see him possibly doing that against Berchelt. I'm not going to give a full fight prediction. I just want to, I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that Oscar Valdez, he's going to fight with all his guts. He's been hit so many times. And again, Scott Quick broke his jaw. Broke his jaw, ladies and gentlemen. I remember after the fight, got taken away. He got taken away in an ambulance. Oh my gosh, how these fighters, man, how I admire fighters. I admire fighters. I definitely respect what these guys do, for the love of the sport, for, the entertainment of fans. Taking them in the hospital. I think he was throwing the dubs up, man, that West Side or whatever for the camera, man, with the broken jaw. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm saying this because get ready for an explode. There's going to be fireworks. Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt is going to be fireworks. I think I'm going to give a final thoughts video, or I'll go live as I usually do. If I remember correctly, I think when he was fighting Miguel Mariaga, I think Robles was training him. It was before he went to Eddie Reynoso, if I'm not mistaken. Oscar Valdez uses upper hop, his hip movement, great hip movement, goes very low. Head movement also, to avoid some shots. Obviously, it's hard to avoid shots from a high volume puncher like Miguel Mariaga. I'm sure it's going to be hard to avoid, obviously, all the shots from Miguel Berchelt, super high volume puncher. But that head movement and that upper body movement that Oscar Valdez has, beautiful work, man, and it worked for him a lot, and against Mariaga. Obviously, styles are different, but the styles that Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt have, it serves for an explosive fight, ladies and gentlemen. And Oscar fights back. That's another point, kind of alluding to that in this video, that Oscar Valdez, man, when he fights high volume punchers, he fights back. I mean, this guy fights back and he hits hard. So, I mean, it's just amazing how these lower divisions, I was referring to that a moment ago, Estrada, El Gallo Estrada, when he fought Cuadras and all his fights, I mean, Chocolatito, I mean, Gonzalez, Gary Russell, these high volume punches, man. Those lower divisions, man, they serve for action packed fights. And strap on your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's going to be just an explosive fight between Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt, seasoned fighters, seasoned, battle tested, so get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make this video to highlight these points. Oscar can take pain, he can take punches, he's going to fight back until you take him out and it's over, but he's been down before. And that's another thing. Okay, I don't remember who it was against. I think Oscar Valdez has been down before, but he's gotten back up and fought back. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, it's going to be a great fight, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? Go ahead and comment. Like, subscribe if there are any new listeners. Go ahead and subscribe to Renee Box Young. I repeat, platform where we just talked about the sport of boxing, discuss it, analyze it, critique it. We love the sport of boxing. I don't complicate life. You know what I'm saying? We just make it simple here, and speak our minds. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the community. Thank you so much. So go ahead and comment below. What do you think about this, man, about Oscar Valdez? I think it's going to serve for a great fight. I think I do see it 50-50. I want to give later my full breakdown, later eventually before the fight, Lord willing. So thank you so much again. Like, share, subscribe. Renee Box Young. Stay safe. Peace out, family.